This is kind of like a part 2 of a continuation of working the ports of Houston as a truck driver. I am just going to go over some things of what to expect when you enter the ports of Houston, whether that is Bayport Terminal or the Barbers Cut Terminal. They basically are the same setup, just different locations. They're about 5 miles from each other, probably less than that, but about 5 miles from each other. And um, they're located over in the LaPorte, Texas area, or Seabrook, or same thing. So when you enter the, let's say, Bayport or Barbers Cut, you're gonna pull in to the first ticket booth, and you're gonna get a ticket. Push a red button, and the ticket is going to look like this. Okay, you're gonna hang on to this ticket because you're going to another ticket booth. And another good thing to have before you enter the Port of Houston is go ahead and getting the Port of Houston phone number, just in case you have to make a call about a crane or how to do things. Also, when you get there, you will see a bunch of white pickup trucks. Okay, these are the people that you want to stop and ask questions with. You don't want to ask questions to a yard dog. You want to go to the white trucks. So with that being said, you're going to grab your ticket. You're going to pull in, and do not go into the express lane unless your carrier has an account set up with them and you can use the express lane, okay? Otherwise, you have to get in the non-express lanes. And it's usually about 5 express lanes over to the far left. So you're going to come in. You're going to get to the second booth and scan this barcode. Now, sometimes, a lot of the times, this barcode, if you slide it into the recommended place where they want you to scan it, it's not going to scan. Okay, so what you're going to have to do is just kind of finesse it and wiggle it, and you'll see a blue light and you'll hear it say beep, and that's when you know you have a scan. So once you do that, you're going to wait. It's going to ask you, do you have a pre-advised something? Pre-advised. You're not going to hit no, you're not going to hit yes. You're just gonna wait until someone comes on and asks you, are you picking up an empty, picking up a load? They've already looked at what you got going on in the back of you, whether you got a chassis, a trailer, or so. Their first question is gonna be in alignment with it. Are you loaded or empty? Are you picking up? So these are the general questions that they're gonna get straight to the point and ask you. Okay, so you're gonna say, I'm picking up a load. And hi, Dakota Wright. Thank you for subscribing to me. You're going to say, yes, I'm picking up a load. In that case, you're going to give them the container number. The container that I'm picking up is ABCD 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? And once they locate the load, they are going to print you out a ticket that looks like this. And I'm going to get back to this ticket. All right, so for instance, if you are picking up an empty, and let's say a chassis, an empty and a chassis, right? The ports do have chassis. They are a little bit on the raggedy side. Okay, they're a little bit. You might have to take them over to the shop and get a tie put on them. The airline things might be a little thrown off. So definitely inspect the chassis. Check the paperwork on it, everything. Do a full inspection on these chassis before you pull them out. The same thing goes with the containers, because if something is wrong with the container and you take it out of the port, and you don't let somebody know there's something wrong with it, then they're going to charge your carrier, and your carrier is going to be mad. Okay, they're going to have to pay for it, even though you didn't do it. That's just how you picked it up and you didn't let someone know. But anyways, so inspect the chassis. Now, if you're picking up a chassis and an empty, you're going to have a booking number. So the booking number is, again, like alphabets. And you're going to give them your booking number, and they're going to print you out one of these. Again, they're going to tell you where to pick up your empty. And if you ask them where to pick up a chassis at, they're just going to tell you they all over the place. So you'll just have to find where, and it changes, okay? They may have chassis in the back of the port this month, and then they may change it and switch them over to the front of the port this month. I don't know. But the repair area or the repair garage stays in the same place. Okay? So now you got your ticket, and in this case, I'm gonna go to another one. Okay, so in this one, I am picking up a container. I delivered a container. I picked up a container. I'm not sure if it was loaded or empty or not. Pick up a container. This was loaded, okay? So this one was loaded, and how I can tell it was loaded just off the back is because I have the seal number on here. All right, so it has the seal number on here. And when you deliver a load to the port, they are going to want your seal number as well. So the container number, the seal number, just have all your numbers together when you're delivering a load to the port. Okay, so in this instance, I am picking up a container from 6L37F.3. Sounds like gibberish. I'm picking up a container from 6L37F.3. So basically what that means, the container is on lane 6L. So I'm going to come into the port. This is Bayport. And I got my ticket. Now, once I get this ticket, I'm either going to be flagged down by the inspection people that want to inspect your truck. If you get past them, hooray. That's what you want to do. Otherwise, if they flag you, you got to go over there. They're going to ask you to open your compartments on the side of the truck, pop the hood. They're going to go around your truck and just make sure everything is good. So next booth is the TWIC card booth. So have your TWIC card ready. You're going to slide it in, and in the beginning, you're going to probably most likely get asked for fingerprints a lot. And it's going to be your right thumb and your left middle finger. Okay? So once you get through the TWIC booth at Bayport, swerve right, quick swerve left. Now, unless you're dropping off at empty, then you're going to swerve right, go to HT or something like that for the empties, and you make a quick right, and it's going to be spots to get your empties off of you over there. But we're going to 6L. Come in, swerve right, swerve left, get to the stop sign, make another right, and you're going to go down until you find a freeway. Okay? Freeways normally are crane free. You won't see no cranes on the freeway. You're going to make a left on the freeway. You're going to drive around. Now, because I know where L is, I know I need to be in the left lane. Okay? If it was 6ABCD, I know I need to be in the right lane because I'm going to make a right. But it's an L. So when you're in the port, the alphabets are going backwards. They're not going A, B, C, D, E, F, G. They're over here going A, B, C, D over this way. So I'm going to be in my left lane because I'm going to turn left to get the L. So I'm going to drive on down. Then I'm going to get to 4. And then I'm going to get to 5. I know I'm on the right track. Then I'm going to see 6. And I'm going to make a left. And this point, I know I'm on 6. And I need to be looking for 6L. It's going to be on my right-hand side. And it's a yellow brick that's going to show you the number 6L. And you're going to turn down the right side of that brick on the ground. So go ahead and make that right on the side of your specific lane. And now we're on 6L. Now your container is in 37. So the numbers are going to be on the ground. So you're going to drive down until you see the number 37. You're going to see 37 and you're going to you're going to align the front of your chassis with the back of your chassis with that specific spot. Now, I go the extra mile and I get out. Once my chassis is aligned, I now know I need to go look for F3, okay, which is A, B, C, D, E, F. So this is what you're going to respond to the crane operator with, F3. 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 So I'm gonna hop out. I'm at 37. I'm parked, brakes parked. I'm gonna hop out and I'm gonna go look for F3, which is the spot closest to my truck is A, B, C, D, E, F, and then 3 is at the top. 1 is at the bottom. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm gonna see if my container number is over there. Just doing, going an extra mile to make sure my stuff is over there, that I'm on point. So from that point, you're just gonna sit in your truck and wait for the crane operator to hover over you, and then you're gonna hop out. Most of the times they already know what's going on, but you just want to hop out and make sure that ain't nothing changed, or that he's on point and things like that. They'll be mad at you if you don't. You can't just expect that they know what they're doing. So you maybe stand in the front of your truck. Make sure your locks are unlocked on the chassis so that the container can go on there comfortably. So you want to just, wait till you make eye contact with them. Then you're going to say F3. So once that's done, you're going to see him do his thing. And if you want to, it just depends on if you got people behind you or not. You want to be courteous and things like that and get out of the way. But once he has it down, pull forward and make sure that you can lock your container, because sometimes it's not on there right and they'll have to lift it back up and reposition it. Okay, and you're going to want to do that on the lane where you picked it up from. So you can't pull off, get to the exit, and realize I can't even lock my locks. Then you try to go over there to 4D and try to get them to reposition it. Just stay where you at, pull up a little bit if it's not too hectic, not too crazy, lock it up and see what's going on. If you cannot lock your locks, pull up a little bit, make sure you're not in the way of somebody trying to get that container. When the crane operator hovers back over you, then you let him know, hey, we got to reposition this, lift it up, do this right here. It got to be lifted up, and stand on the back of your chassis before you move. Lock them up. He's going to most likely wait on you to see if you can lock all of them. Lock all of them, then you pull off because you cannot leave the port without your locks being locked, okay? So that's that, y'all. Let's see. When you're dropping off an empty, they're going to want to know your steamship line. And then they'll tell you where to go drop the empty off at. So it may be MCS, it might be CMA, it may be HLC, just to name a few steamship lines, EVG. So that's that. Your license, your tractor license does have to be registered with the port. Sometimes they ask you what your plate ID is. So your carrier is going to register that for you. Unless you're the carrier, then you'll be doing it yourself. So let's see what else is going on with the port. We did have a slow moment for like 2 weeks. Business was slow, okay? And it was just slow. I guess they said it was a vessel that was stuck in the Gulf of Mexico. So that's some things to think about, like, because I was starting to get worried. I was like, yo, what's going on? But that was just one of those moments, because now it's popping. Okay, so it's a lot of freight, good high hot loads going out of the port of Houston right now. So and that's just the nature of the business. So that's all I got for y'all at the port, y'all. Just make sure you have the phone numbers. And it is hectic. Wait in line. Don't get anxious. There are police officers everywhere. Drive the speed limit. If you are not getting the chassis from the port, I love to get chassis from CNC or CMCA, because I know they're going to be in good working condition. But you still want to inspect them, you could tell the difference in the quality of the chassis. I don't know. They're all DA. You're going to either end up with a track chassis or a DCLI. Sometimes you have to be, sometimes it doesn't matter which one you get, but sometimes it does. So if they tell you have to get a DCLI chassis, that's the one that you have to get. It'll be even nice if your carrier has their own chassis, okay? Because that'll save you a lot of time on hunting down chassis. And let's see. I think that's it. I've been on here 15 minutes. If you are just kind of winging the port thing, like maybe you're your own carrier, have somebody that has worked the port to be on the phone with you. I do not recommend going in there trying to wing it. You need to have somebody with you for at least 2 days, or have somebody on the phone with you a few days. Do not try to wing it. But you probably could if you just if you're gonna wing it. Definitely ask those white trucks all the questions that you need to ask them. The white pickup trucks. I think that's it, y'all. And just the port that I wanted to talk about the whole Baltimore bridge thing and that container, and it's just so sad. And just keeping those in my prayers. It could have been a lot worse, y'all. So just glad that it wasn't worse, than what it was. 6 people lost their lives to that accident, and yeah, just prayers out to those families of those 6 victims. All right, y'all, be blessed until we meet